woman. John and I, we were operating off a whole nother wavelength. We worked well together. Everything was comfortable. There was no effort involved.
Something that just happened out of nowhere.
Yes. We never tried to hurt you on purpose. We never would. And maybe because of that, we hurt you more.
I did try to tell you what was going on, didn't I?
I know. And even though I've told you this before, and I'm really not sure you believed it, all we did was kiss. That's it. We stopped seeing each other altogether. And I had too much self-anger and guilt to even attempt a relationship with him.
What if I gave you both my blessing? What then?
I don't know. Up until a few minutes ago, I didn't really think that would be possible in this lifetime.
It probably isn't.
Mom, can we at least be friends again? I didn't realize how much your friendship meant to me until I lost it. I think it's more important to me than having a mother.
Sure. You don't need a mother. You've never taken my advice about anything. You certainly have never obeyed me.
Okay, ask now. Your wish is my command.
Earlier today, Herb said that he thought that I was the only one who could end this suffering that all three of us are going through. I don't know about that. I do know, though, that I can't walk out of this room feeling the same way that I walked into it.
You ran in here, remember? You ran in here because you loved me and you were worried about me.
I do love you. But something has changed. You've got to understand that.
I do. I can't really put it into words, but I can feel what you're saying. It's just important that we don't lose that other part of us that's still here.
Okay, I think we've made some important strides. I do. But I have to get going.
I have to check on Cheryl anyway. Mom, I will continue to stay away from John. I don't ever want to hurt you like this again.
You're a great big grown-up woman now. Baby, you can see anybody that you wish.
Accusing me of hiring some lowlife to put extra chlorine in your pool?
I know you did it.
I didn't. Pam, you wacko. I got more
you
time
have
to
always wanted me to fail. You want this hotel to go under. Then you can tell everybody that poor Pam doesn't know anything about business. And then poor little Pam will have to come to big, strong Asa for help.
Pam, believe me, this is not my doing.
Well, your little trick backfired. A young girl was hurt. She was working in the health club on the uneven bars. Somebody had deliberately loosened them, and they collapsed.
Pamela, I don't even know what an uneven bar is, no less an even
Well, all
bar.
right, whoever you hired did. Because that woman happens to be in the emergency room.
Pam, you are accusing me of playing games to hurt people. That is not funny.
It's never been funny, Asa.
All right. You nail me bribing your construction crew to mess up your renovation. But that's all I did, nothing more. I could never be so low as to jeopardize somebody's life.
Oh, Asa, I want so much to believe you. But I just can't. I can't trust you anymore. So I'm putting you very simply on notice. If this does not stop, I swear I will call the police. I will have you put in jail. And if I lose this hotel because of you, I will break
Pam,
everything.
hold it, Pam.
Excuse me. The butler let me in, but if you need your privacy, I can go.
Okay, since the ballroom seems okay for the moment, why don't we split up? I'll tell you what, I'll go down to the basement, check things out down there. You go into the kitchen, just see if you spot anything suspicious. And Max, be careful who you talk to, all right? Any one of our employees could be doing this stuff.
You got it.
The Holden brothers.
Well, hello, Mrs. Sanders.
Hello.
Hi there.
Is everything on schedule for Kate's surprise shower tonight, Steve?
As far as I know, ma'am, yes.
Unless you hold in the swimming pool or the exercise room.
Mrs. Sanders, excuse us. We have something important to talk about.
What are you?
Judith.
Oh, Cindy, hi.
Hi.
Now tell me, how many of Kate's friends from college are coming tonight?
Well, so far about 5, and maybe a few more if they can work out their travel arrangements. I just wish I'd thought about it earlier when Kate asked me to be her maid of honor.
Oh, well, it's going to be great fun no matter who comes.
Yeah.
Listen, why don't we sit down? We haven't had a heart-to-heart in a long time.
Oh, I know. Moving to New York cut me off from both you and Katie.
I know.
I remember when she used to bring me home with her all those weekends, and I adopted you as my own mother.
My pleasure.
I have always been grateful, Judith.
Well, how about now? Now that you're grown up and in charge like Kate.
Huh, I will never be as in charge as Kate.
Neither will I. Isn't it sad? She actually appeared in the delivery room giving me orders.
Oh, I tell you, Kate certainly seems to know what's best for her and for the people around her. You know, it's funny, when I met Cord, I was surprised. But then when I thought about it, I realized it makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. Do you know something? I knew that love was blooming before Kate ever admitted to it. I think she's attracted to Cord's strength. It's simple and uncomplicated. He sort of tackles the world the way he wants to, just the way she does.
Yes. So now how about you? How are you doing now with the divorce?
Oh, I'm great. Really. I feel like I'm just sort of starting out fresh like Kate.
Yeah? Listen, I'm so sorry about Janie.
Thanks. Look, I have to get over to Statesville Prison. I was appointed on the parole board. It's a new job, and I
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Okay.
See you later. Okay?
Bye-bye.
Gabrielle, I love my husband very much. And I have no intention of ever leaving him. In fact, I want to spend the rest of my life with him.
I was beginning to be concerned. God knows Max loves you. Oh, darling, it's all right. It's all right. I'm sure he's still grieving.
Yeah, let's hope somebody else is, too. Oh, but what I meant by that was that when I left for Argentina, I was kind of at odds with my family, you know, and I'm sure I made them very unhappy when they thought I died. At least I hope so.
I know what you mean. I had many stormy times with my father. Anyway, tell me, if you do take my baby, who will be around him as he grows older?
Well, there's my half-sister Vicky, who's really wonderful. She's married, and she has 3 children of her own, and she's a perfect mother. I mean, I would always go to her for advice.
And your parents?
Both dead.
Yes, so are Max's and so are mine. This little boy just isn't destined to have grandparents, is he?
Now, wait, I didn't agree to this yet.
Oh, Tina, but you have. You may be afraid. You may think you need more time. But I can tell.
No, I'm just not that sure about this.
Not sure about what? Oh, look at his little face. Can you honestly tell me that you can't take this child to be yours forever?
I appreciate your enthusiasm. I'm just not sure your years as an aerobics instructor and a health food store clerk give you the business experience needed.
I'm not very fast when I type. Do you have much typing?
No, not usually. Sometimes we do.
Well, I'll pick up speed as I go. I am bright.
Oh, I'm sure. You're also pretty young.
What does that have to do with being a secretary?
Well, I've been through a couple lately, and frankly, I was kind of hoping to get someone a little bit more mature and settled, someone that wouldn't go running off if she was married or got bored. It does get boring around here, you know.
I just need a steady job, Mr. Russell.
And there is currently no man in my life, so I'm not about to get married.
John, guess what? I'm sorry.
No.
Excuse me.
Come on in, Cassie. Why don't we just step out for a minute? Snooping?
Yeah, it's in my blood. Just checking out my replacement. Health food store clerk.
Hey, well, you didn't have a lot of business experience when you started here either, you know, and I haven't hired her yet.
Good. Listen, there has been a major breakthrough a little while ago. Mom and I actually talked, and we actually got somewhere.
Oh, that won't be necessary, Miss Halpern. I've said it all, I think.
Pamela, you are thinking the wrong thing.
You know, you are not going to be able to change my mind just by saying so, Asa. You've sworn on too many Bibles. You're just too old, too many lies.
Pamela, you know what kind of impression you're giving this lady?
Yes, the correct one. And I hope you heed those warnings.
Lee, there's nothing funny around here. Pamela's accusing me of something very serious, and I'm not guilty.
Well, I'm sure on these particular events you're not, Asa, but, you know, I can remember some recent scandalous headlines that said you pretended to be married to her for 10 years when she was living in the South Seas. Captain Jeb Stewart was the name?
What? I had good reason for that. And Pam might have reasons about a lot of other things, but not about me sabotaging her hotel.
What, sabotage?
Oh, something like that.
What? Oh, my God, maybe I shouldn't be staying there.
Oh, please, don't panic, don't leave. I'm sure they'll figure out what's wrong. Look, here I invite you over for a nice quiet lunch, and you're walking in a couple of divorced people in a brawl. Please, sit down. Let me have Nigel get you a nice cold bottle of champagne.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Oh, and Lee, don't pay any attention to Pam.
Asa, I can't believe that you would do anything as terrible as that.
Oh, thank you, that's nice. That little thing shows me that we're going to get along just fine. Excuse me.
Well, don't do anything, okay? Just alert security or me if you see anybody acting suspicious. Okay,
Steve, I just checked out the kitchen. Everything's right under control. Your chef's a little hot-headed, but other than that, it's okay.
Yeah, I know, but that's normal. The basement checks out okay, too, and I've alerted everybody in sensitive areas, so...
There's nothing we can do and just wait until something happens, huh?
Well, hopefully nothing's going to happen. Listen, Max, I think I can handle everything here by myself if you want to go and catch that plane to Argentina.
Steve, I've took off and left you a lot of times, but not this time, okay? I want to find Gabrielle right, but right now I think my brother's more important.
Oh, you are a cutie. Max would be so proud to be your daddy. But you know, I know someone else. Someone who's going to be a perfect daddy to you. Who's going to love you just as if you were his own.
You know, Tina, we never talked about having kids or anything. I mean, it just occurred to me that I don't even know if you want to have it.
Well, you're already talking about sending him to college.
Yeah, well, I know that could have been a pretty big assumption on my part.
Well, I've never been married before, so I never really thought about it. I mean, kids are nice to visit and everything, but I don't know, taking care of one full time, it's... Well, yeah, but now that I love you, I feel entirely different about having new kids.
You mean that? Then you want to have a whole bunch of kids, just like I do.
A bunch?
Yeah.
Yeah, one or two, maybe.
Oh, no, hell no. You know, I remember growing up as a kid, I always felt like I missed out on something because I didn't have a whole posse of brothers and sisters around. So I'm thinking maybe like 5 or 6 could be good.
Starting with you.
So beautiful out there. I feel there's new hope for life, Tina. That is, of course, if you will take my baby back to Max.
Well, I've made up my mind. I'll do it. I'm going to take your baby.
Thank you. There is one very important condition. You must never tell Max the baby is mine. He will love the baby so much more if he believes that you brought it to life. He loves you. And if he thinks the baby is yours, he'll love it completely.
You know, there you go again. Underestimating Max. Believe me, he's very flexible about this kind of stuff.
Yes, but it would mean so much more if he believed that you made it through the falls with the baby together.
You know, you're right. I bet everyone then will think that God saved me and the baby so I could reunite my family.
Yes, I believe that too, and the fate will bring your family together for years to come.
You're right. And you know, everybody, I mean, my sister and absolutely everybody is going to treat me with more respect and warmth and love because I'm a mommy now. I'm not just any old person. Right, honey? Oh, you sweet thing, here we are discussing your fate and you don't even know it. And I know it sounds kind of wrong, but if you really listen to it, I'm sure you'll understand.
But Tina, it's right. I feel it's right.
So do I.
So, we've come to a solution.
He's my baby now.
Thank you.
However, there is one thing you have to promise me. And you can call it a condition if you want, that's fine. But if you don't agree to do it, then I cannot take this baby home with me.
Roberta Coleman, have a seat. Smoke? I've been looking at your file, so I know a little about your history from before you were convicted, while you've been here, but I'd like to get to know you a little better before the board reviews your parole. My name is Judith Sanders. I know you. You're the one that put Dorian Lord into this hole. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Guess that means I'll never get out of here. Look, it's true that I helped convict Dorian as a special prosecutor. That was my job. But Dorian and I are not enemies anymore. She asked me to come here to help you. Dorian sent you? Yes, she did.
Okay. Well, that's great, Cassie. How did you and Dorian patch it up?
Well, there was an accident at the Vernon Inn Health Club. Or maybe it wasn't an accident. Anyway, Mom heard that I was possibly hurt, and she panicked. When she came down there, she couldn't help but let her feelings for me come through.
Oh, good. So you're fine.
Well, things are definitely a lot better now that I've convinced Mom we would never intentionally hurt her. And I kind of let her know that even though we know we made mistakes, if we had it to do all over again, well...
Yeah. Well, I'm relieved.
Yeah, so am I. There's no need to feel guilty anymore. At least I don't. I told her how I was kind of the one that pushed things between us, and she blamed it on my immaturity. But at least she's not as mad at me as she was before.
Hey, I think you're off to a great start. Won't be long now until I'm forgotten.
Forgotten?
Well, I mean as an issue between you two.
John, look, I just spent all this time trying to work things out with my mom. I softened her up. Now maybe you should go talk to her. But this is a great chance for you to patch up your friendship.
No, forget it, Cassie. If your mom wants to work it out, she's going to have to come to me.
John, what does that mean?
It means that I'm just trying to forget the whole thing. I sure as hell don't want to go out of my way to start arguing with Dorian again.
What if it leads to working things out?
No, it's over. I want to leave it that way.
I'm not sure I really understand any of this.
Well, that doesn't really matter.
All right, John, I'll play along with this side of it. But I think I should tell you, Mom and I had a long talk. And she told me that as far as she was concerned, that I could see whoever I wanted. since we were talking about you, I took that as kind of a go-ahead. We could start by acting normal.
Cassie, maybe you could. I couldn't. I'm sorry, I thought this whole thing over, and I think it's better that we remain just as we are, away from each other.
So it doesn't matter? I mean, Mom told me she doesn't care who I go...
Of course she cares. Come on, you can't believe what she said out of kindness.
But
I can't get involved with you. At least not now. Not yet.
Wow. Here I was getting the impression from you that you really wanted us to try and work things out and spend time together. That's not what you want at all.
Cassie, don't go pushing, okay? Just give it time.
Excuse me, John, but you said to come back in 5 minutes?
Yeah, Renee. We'll continue this interview over lunch. Cassie, I'm gonna have to lock up now.
I know I'd have to take any old kind of job for a while till I get into school and learn a trade. Probably true. I won't mess up, Mrs. Saunders. I don't want to come back here again.
Roberta, do you have some place to stay, family or anything like that?
My father is still alive. He's raising my kid, my son.
The son? Dorian didn't mention that.
Dorian doesn't know about it. I never told her. I don't tell anyone usually. But I'm telling you because I need to help him. My father said that he can't control him anymore.
How old is he?
He's 17, and he's spending too much time in the streets. I know about that. I've got to do something.
Yes, I can relate to that need.
Yeah, I used to think it was strange for a rich kid like your son to go bad, but I don't anymore. Kid is a kid, a mother is a mother.
Universal experience.
Another reason why I want out of here is I want to show Dorian that her faith in me wasn't wrong.
Roberta, you don't have to prove anything to her.
I have to prove it to myself. Nobody ever trusted me before Dorian. I owe her.
Well, I can understand that. You know, I'm glad we had this talk because I actually think I can help you.
Thank you.
No thanks is necessary. You just straighten out your son so there will be one less tragedy for one less mother. Deal?
Deal.
What condition do you need?
I need to make sure that this promise is a lifelong promise, that you're not going to change your mind and come back for the baby.
But I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you say that now, but maybe in a week or two you're going to regret what you did.
Tina, you're not listening to me. I want what's best for his welfare, and that means being raised with you and Max.
But something could change your mind.
No.
Not even in a year or so?
Tina, this is just needless worry. I will pretend I don't even know who you are or where you live. I'm going to pick up my life, and I'm going to make a better job of living it from now on.
And you swear you're not going to want your baby back?
On everything that is holy to me, I do swear, as long as you forever love and cherish him.
Oh, I already do. I love him almost as if he came from my own womb. But you know, if you come back and try to lay claim to him, we're just going to make things awful for him.
And for Max, I'd be a pretty awful person if I took back what I so freely gave away.
Not freely, Gabrielle. You're hurting. And the pain is only going to be worse when we leave.
Let's talk about leaving. Let's get it over with.
Had enough of that yet?
Oh, are you kidding? I haven't punched into your worth yet.
That's private information, lady. You probably know approximately everybody else does.
Asa, how much do you use this for your business?
Quite a bit. I do a lot of work here, go to the office a few days a week.
Mm-hmm.
I put a lot of faith in my trusted computer system.
Well, you know, it's quite outdated.
I beg your pardon?
Look, let me give you some free advice. There are so many sophisticated programs available now that'll give you much more information than this on your firm, about Wall Street, the oil market.
Hold it, Lee. You know what you're saying? See, I have a lot of people on salary, like they're called experts. Nobody has told me to update my computer system.
Well, Asa, now you know why Dinah Women is so successful.
Well, let's have enough playing with that. Let's dive into some lunch.
Oh, that sounds great. But I could use with a little more champagne, huh?
Well, coming up, you know, I never get tired of serving a pretty lady. So, honey, when are you gonna suggest that I hire one of your diner gals to help me out?
Well, Asa, why should I? When the boss will give you all the information you need.
Steve?
Oh, hi, Cindy.
Hi. Could I talk to you for just a minute or less, however long it takes for me to apologize?
Well, I suppose I could listen.
I am really sorry. I was angry at my boss, and I took it out on you. I just think we need a completely new start. You're such a nice guy, and if you just could give me another chance.
Well, I'm forgiving, too, so what the heck? I guess this means I'm going to escort you to Kate's wedding, then?
I hope so. I just wish Lee hadn't decided to put another branch of Dinah Women here in Landview. I just want to have fun with Kate and the wedding.
She moves fast, your boss.
Instinct. Great instinct. And she's never wrong. Well, so how about the catering for Kate's bridal shower? On time?
Well, our chef also has instinct, just like your boss. You are going to have a sumptuous buffet all ready when you need it.
Oh, good. Well, I guess I better go check on the flowers and see if they've arrived yet. See you later?
I hope so.
Steve, we got a problem in the kitchen. That kind of problem.
Oh, damn.
Hi, Cindy.
Be in my father's cabin. But it's the chapter best left behind.
Well, I can't say I'm really going to miss this place. And if I never see another waterfall again, it'll be too soon.
Oh, yes, you're probably lucky you passed out in the boat. Otherwise, you might have had a heart attack.
I honestly thought that's what happened when it did. Look, since you've got the baby, why don't I start moving all the other stuff and we can start to Buenos Aires?
No, I think you should hold the baby. He's yours now. I'm just a friend helping you out while you need it.
Well, what about feeding him? Oh, I guess I get bottles and formula, huh? You know, it's strange. I just started to accept the fact that my baby died, and now it's time to switch gears.
Yes, as I switch mine. My son. It's the last time I'll ever call you that. And it's the last time I'm ever going to cry over you. You're going to America. And you're going to be with your father. And this lovely lady who's going to be your mother from now on. Goodbye. Go to our next life, Tina.
scratched the surface of our new friendship.
Oh, speak for yourself, Asa. I feel I have gotten a great deal from our first tete-a-tete.
Well, I tell you, honey, there is something that's bothering me.
Oh, really? What's that?
A beautiful and delicate flower like yourself. How do you survive in this big, bad business world?
Same way as you have, Asa. Survival of the fittest.
Ooh, that makes me sound almost ruthless.
Oh, well, that's what Pam was calling you when I walked in. Asa, have you really tried to sabotage her hotel?
No, I just don't detest how much spunk she had when she first went in the hotel business. She proved that she was up to the challenge.
Then you're not trying to ruin her business.
Of course not. Pamela's going to go to the top. Lord bless her. No power on earth going to stop her now.
Excuse me, Mr. Buchanan, but you have some visitors.
Nigel, I told you Miss Halpert and I did not want to be disturbed.
Do you think you could make an exception for a couple of old friends? Thank you. She told me about her teenage son and that she wanted him raised the right way.
That's Roberta. There's nothing tiny about her, especially not her heart. So what did you say?
What could I say? She deserves the parole. When it comes to the board vote, she's got mine.
Who'd have thought it?
Dorian, I'm a very fair person, whatever you might think.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way. Who'd have thought we'd have so much in common?
Ah, you mean Herb.
Herb. I mean, really, what other two women would be sitting here chatting, having lunch, working together when they have shared the same man? And then, of course, we also have your brother in common.
If we're going to start talking about John, I really would rather not discuss it.
No, please, as far as I'm concerned, John is ancient history. Blood under the bridge. I just wondered if perhaps he had said something about me or about Cassie.
Dorian, he is my brother, and he has told me some of his thoughts, but I am not going to share them with you.
So you still think I'm imagining things?
One thing for sure, those refrigeration coils do not crack on their own.
Yeah, now we got a whole walk-in refrigerator full of rotten food. Just what Pam needs to hear.
Okay, you think this is all part of a pattern, don't you?
Well, sure. I mean, first somebody sabotages the swimming pool. Then a guest almost breaks her neck on some faulty equipment in the exercise room. And now this mess in the kitchen.
What the hell?
Oh, my God, it's the elevators. One of them is stuck between floors. Come on, men.
There you go. What did I tell you? All you need now is the violin, the horse, and the cart, and you can do the genuine gypsy thing, huh?
Do you know what you are?
What? Extravagant? Romantic?
Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes?
Yes. First I got your grandmother's ring, then your
Yes.
mother's prized turquoise bracelet, then you went out and bought those beautiful wedding bands, and now these.
Honey, I'm telling you, those earrings are no big deal. I bought them from some guy who was like wearing a bandana, and he was selling this stuff out of the back of a trunk.
I don't care where you got them. You've got to stop buying me presents.
Oh. Why is that?
Because, well, I don't know. They really make me look like a gypsy.
To me, you will never be the tame, domesticated housewife type. You will always have that wild, passionate gypsy heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one I fell in love with.
I've changed my mind.
What? No more presents?
No, keep everything going.
Oh. I can do that. You better go get that.
That's what patience for.
Okay. Could be something about the wedding. Or it could be the banner. I left a message telling him I'd be here.
Fine.
Sorry. Yeah, after the wedding.
Oh! Hello?
Kate, I was hoping I'd catch you there.
Yeah, you, caught me all right.
Look, listen, I really need to see you. Can you meet me at the Vernon Inn in, say, an hour and a half?
What's the matter? You sound so upset, Cindy.
I just get here in an hour and a half. I can't say any more on the phone.
Is there a problem?
I don't know. Every time she calls me, she sounds more and more mysterious. She wants me to meet her at the Vernon Inn, but she won't tell me why.
Gee, maybe you better get over there, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and change, and, I'll call you when I find out what's up, okay?
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too.
Talk to you later, okay?
Okay.
Don't hang out here too long.
I won't.
Well, tell me, did she take the bait?
Yes, ma'am. Hook, line, and sinker.
Come on, folks, please, just keep it down, all right? Everything's okay. Everything's all right, man. Everything. Go back to your seat.
Max, it was the wiring. Somebody tampered with it.
Well, the sound of that alarm, I thought there was going to be a fire or something.
No, apparently somebody's just stuck between floors. Sometimes that's not so terrible.
What is that supposed to mean?
Ask Herb.
Right?
Here it comes.
Oh, thank heavens. I thought we were in the black hole of
It's all right, ma'am. It was just a momentary glitch.
Momentary glitch? Those are the most terrifying moments we've ever spent. I want the manager, instantly.
Oh, Edgar. No, we're fine now.
We are not fine.
Listen, I apologize for the inconvenience. Are you sure you're all right?
Crisis is over. Shall we go sit down?
From the expression on that man's face, I'd say the crisis was just beginning.
Okay, folks, calm down now. Everything is under control. The elevators are working, and there's no problem. No problem.
Break it up. Come on, show us
Young
what we're
man,
on.
your problems have only just begun. I'm going to sue this so-called hotel for $1 million. Minimum.
Excuse me. I'm Pamela Buchanan. I'm the owner of this hotel, and I just heard about the problems with the elevator. Is there anything at all that I can do?
Yes, you can summon someone to fetch our baggage. We're leaving.
Well, I'm sure there must be something we can do to make up for this inconvenience.
My wife and I have been traumatized by your blasted elevators. Rest assured, you'll hear from my lawyer soon.
But it was only a minor problem with some new equipment, and
Pam, don't count on that.
Oh, no. Don't tell me you think it's sabotage, don't you?
We were lucky someone didn't get hurt.
Well, someone is going to get hurt if we keep up this rate. Pam, we've got to find out who's doing this.
Don't look at me like that. I talked to Asa. I had a confrontation with him face to
Right,
face.
and he denied any involvement, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, what do we expect? Pam, I've already called the police in on this issue.
Oh, great. Well, I hope they can help. Because believe me, whether Asa is behind this or not, if we don't find out who is, I may lose this hotel.
So how we doing here, sir? We're doing just fine.
Here you go. Thank you.
Quite welcome.
I really don't harbor any resentment towards John for his betrayal of me. I'm just terribly concerned about Cassie, that's all. I don't want to see her hurt.
If you're trying to find out what John feels about Cassie, don't...
No. Heaven forbid. I just thought that perhaps you might sympathize with my dilemma as a mother yourself.
I really sympathize with another problem that we share, and that's Roberta. What happens if she does get the parole? What then?
For starters, she's going to need a job.
I was hoping you would say that. Do you suppose there's something for her at WVLE? I mean, that could be just the thing that will make the board vote for her parole.
No.
No? You mean just like that? No?
Don't misunderstand me. I would love to help her, give her a job. It's just that the entire parole board knows that Roberta and I served time together.
Yes, I suppose it could be favoritism. I never even considered that.
Yes, we have to find somebody who doesn't know her but is still willing to give her a job.
That's not going to be easy unless we... Wait a minute, I have an idea.
You know somebody?
Well, it's a long shot, but if it works, Roberta is absolutely free.
Well, tell me.
No, I don't want to talk about it now. If we're going to do anything, we better get started. Come on.
Oh.
Let's go.
No two people I'd rather be interrupted by, Ed. How the hell are you?
Just fine, Asa, just fine.
I heard you were over at Rafe's induction ceremony. How come you didn't let yourself be known?
Oh, come on, it's Rafe's day, not mine.
Well, that's why I insisted you join me over here for a little visit.
I'm glad you did. Oh, I'm sorry. Lee, I don't think you met my daughter-in-law, Victoria.
How do you do?
Hi, I've been looking forward to meeting you. Cindy's told me a lot about you. Cindy?
Yeah, Cindy is Kate's girlfriend from college, and Lee here is Cindy's boss from New York.
Oh, I see. Are you here for the wedding? Oh, no, just for business.
See, Lee came to Landview to branch out of business. It's a consulting firm, Dinah Women.
Dinah Women, is that... I think I've heard of them.
Oh, Lordy, where the hell are my manners? Lee, this is an old friend of mine, and sometimes adversary, Captain Ed Hall.
Never, you can forget the captain stuff. Just an old ex-cop.
Oh, well, nice to meet you. Listen, I will leave you all alone now. I've really got to get going.
Lee, no, please stay. We can all get to know each other a little better.
Okay, so really, perhaps another time. Well, thank you for the lovely lunch.
You're welcome.
And it was nice meeting both of you.
I wish you success with the company.
Thank you.
Miss Halpern?
Yes, Mr. Hall.
Vicky, please sit down.
Thank you, Asa. Well, Ed, what do you think?
Sorry.
Some things never change. Asa and his lovely ladies.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Vicky. That particular lady was just an acquaintance.
Oh, is that why she couldn't wait for an excuse to get out of here? What happened? Too much of the old Texas charm?
Well, I did kind of put one or two moves on her. She loved it.
I'll bet she did. I'll ask her about it next time I see her.
Enough of that. Cord catch up with you?
Well, I saw him earlier. Why? Is there a problem?
No. He just wanted to make sure you had all information about Kate's surprise shower. As a matter of fact, I put the particulars down on a pad. Huh. That's funny.
Something wrong?
Well, I swore I put Joe Cord's message on that pad over there.
Well, it's no problem. I mean, I have all the information.
Now, Cord, just a minute. Do you have to rush off?
Well, I did do everything that Cindy wanted me to, and I reckon I should get back to work eventually.
Well, it's work I want to ask about. Tell me, have you had time to think about my son's offer?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
And what have you decided?
Well, I am mighty touched that the ambassador would want me to join the family business. And the last thing I want to do is disappoint you and Charles. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to take a pass.
Oh, Cord, are you sure?
Yes, ma'am, I am sure. I thought about it long and hard, but I think for the time being, my future's over at the Banner.
Well, I'm disappointed, of course, but not surprised. After all, you've worked very hard at your photography.
Yes, ma'am, I have, but that's not the only reason. See, I really like working with Vicky and Clint.
In other words, the Banner is your family's business.
There you go. I don't think I could have said it better myself. But I do hope that you and Charles both understand.
Oh, my dear, if there's anything a Sanders understands, it's family loyalty. But you must let me encourage your efforts. Have you thought of selling your work?
Well, nobody's knocking down my door to put my stuff in a gallery, if that's what you're talking about.
Well, why not open your own gallery?
I beg your pardon?
No, I'm really quite serious. If you want to open your own gallery or studio or both, you must let me help.
Ma'am, I got to tell you something. Before I met Kate, I heard all these terrible stories about what a hard case you could be sometimes. But you see, my grandmother used to have a story, and she said, don't trust idle gossip. Well, I tell you, I don't think I could feel more a part of this family than I do right now, thanks to you.
Pam. Excuse me. Pam, wait. Listen, what do you want me to do about the shower?
Cindy, I told you that is your responsibility. Look, we have a saboteur running around here. I don't even know if he can strike next.
Well, boss, you can relax.
Why? Tell me, just tell me they caught him.
No, I wish. But as far as the shower is concerned, everything's all set. I just called Barry's Bar and Grill, and they're going to bring over everything we need to cater the party.
Shower, well, that is good news.
Yeah, well, you haven't heard the bad news.
Not another incident.
Well, the waiters who are serving the party, they went down to change into their uniforms, and guess what? One of their uniforms is missing.
But that doesn't mean it's part of the same pattern, does it?
I don't know. I tell you, at this point, anything is possible. Well, I better get down there and see if I can find another uniform.
I just hate to see all the hard work that you and Pam have put into this inn go to waste just because...
Because what?
Well, just because of some nut who gets his kicks playing poltergeist. Look, excuse me, I better go check on the shower.
Sure. Steve. I did what you asked. I checked with all the waiters and the bus boys, and they all swear that it's not a prank or anything like that. Somebody stole that uniform. Great. Then Pam's predictions are even closer to coming true. The inn is not going to take much more of this. This place really means a lot to you, doesn't it? Well, did that ranch in Argentina mean anything to you? Well, that settles it. I'm canceling my flight to Buenos Aires. Well, what about Gabrielle? Well, she can wait. I'll get a later flight. You're in trouble, little brother. You need my help, as if you didn't know. Well, thanks, but maybe Gabrielle needs your help, too. Well, another half day isn't going to make any difference. Now, come on, let's go check out the ballroom. All right, thanks.
So, had enough?
For now, my friend. For now.
Hey, thanks.
Well, I am very glad to hear that the Arizona climate has been good for Sadie's health.
Oh, yeah, and Carla took to being a judge like a duck to water.